Well, I've got a bail date. I'll go to court on
Boss, listen to me. I've got a social media channel called Jail Tales. I speak to people coming out of prison and people going into court. I've got quite a big following.
Yeah.
And I'll just to try and bring a bit of awareness to kids to show them this is real life. This really goes down. What was you in cells for?
Well, I got arrested last Friday, right? And I went to hospital ultimately, went from the police cells because I had a suspected stroke. That's it. I got home on Saturday after 2 p.m. and the neighbour come running out, who had a bit of trouble with the day before and threatened me and everything. I have then been charged with an offence of threatening him and so on and so forth. That's what I was put in court for then.
And what have they sentenced you or they bailed you?
No, I'm going to court on the 11th.
Oh, they've adjourned it till the 11th?
I've got to go to Preston on the 11th. Of July, I should say.
Yeah. Oh, I know it is.
Just nonsense. I've been involved here in this court a good few times in the last few years. I got sent to prison on the 17th of April last year.
Oh, you got prison. How long did you get?
No, for breaking a restraining order of the neighbour next door to me at Pilmere Road in Blackburn. I happened to speak to that neighbour, blah, 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 because I'm deemed to have done so on the 25th of the month of February. I ultimately ended up here in these cells for 5 days.
What's it like in the cells?
Crap.
You don't know.
Not cells here, the cells at the police station.
They're all as bad as each other, aren't they? They're not good,
Not
the
a lot
cells.
about them.
You don't know what's going on, you don't know where you're at, and it's
No,
not a nice place, is it?
But when I come to court for that, I also got a ban because although I wasn't driving a car, I got in it and I was just over the limit. Anyway, so I went through all that garbage and spent 5 days in the police cells from the Sunday through till the Thursday. When I got out...
I bet you that done your head in.
Yeah. Then I got out and I managed to get... When I got a restraining order not to go in my own house, live in my house and go on my own road. That's what happened then on the 28th of February of last year. The judge that imposed that was called Preston, a woman. 15th of the month of November, which preceded that, the previous year, we went back to revert back to not guilty. That was screwed up by another practitioner there who said she would represent me. When it comes to going to court on the 9th of January for that reason, a solicitor up there at Warrington's who'd said she'd represent me didn't. Nonsense. So I then had to get another solicitor, right, to represent me. My solicitor could not represent me on a reversion to not guilty. Right. That's Ian Huggan of Cartwright King. So he said so when we attended court on the 20th of February, he said this judge has decided to go ahead with the sentencing and the conviction. Because I'd already pleaded guilty to certain things, but because of other things that have happened, involvement with the police, my house being ransacked and so on and so forth, they arrested me on the 17th of September of that year for breaking a bail order. Right. And when I come out on the Monday, my house had been ransacked and so on and so on and so forth. It's never stopped. But that's the way it is. So on the 20th, he sentenced me. Right. Because I'm deemed to have broke it. That was don't speak to them neighbours. And that's 4 of them on my road, different houses. I'm deemed to have done so on the 25th of February. So it's arrested for that and arrested for the breathalyzer, because obviously they breathalyzed me and I was just over the limit. Arrested for that, and then the other thing come in, breaking the restraining order. He decided to go ahead with that on the 20th. Then when I come to court on the 28th, when sentencing, that judge, Preston, decided to give me a restraining order that prohibited me from my own house, on my own road, and so on and so forth. So I had nowhere to live then. And at that point in time, my 2 dogs were still in the house. So ultimately, the next day, on the 29th of February, leap year, I managed to work it out whereby I signed the dogs over to the RSPCA, had a couple of decent police, went and fed me dogs for me on the Thursday evening, and I went up them pubs up there, I had nowhere to live. So my head had basically gone then, and I spent a month there, maybe longer. So my head was out of it. But Huggan, the solicitor, said you've 21 days to put in your appeal. I was mentally out of it. So obviously I couldn't do that. Right. So when I made sort of come back a little bit in April, I got one of my dogs back. The other one got put to sleep. He was 16, but it was still healthy. But they'd spent 5 days in the house, not being fed or nothing.
Oh,
You get where I'm coming from? Like I said, these 2 police went and fed them on the Thursday evening. I took a few pictures of them. I'd signed them over to the RSPCA then, because I knew I couldn't do it. Because I'd attempted to, and I just couldn't get made to. But I had to get somewhere else to live. Because I couldn't live in my own house. They did say, if you go in your own house, you're on your own, you go straight to prison. But I had to get the dogs out. I was let down by people then, and I went to that place over there the next day, not knowing what to do. And anyway, just went in the library at age concern, rang the RSVCA and explained the things to them. And then they couldn't take a call. I said, well, ring the police then, 51212, which they did. And I got involved with 2 police in there. I saw the housing needs people in the town hall and shelter here, and they got me some accommodation at the pods.
So you've got somewhere.
But I've gone through a nightmare now. When I got out, so ultimately, in April last year, I got my dog back on the 15th of April. On the 16th of April, I got involved with something over Accrington. Police were involved. I got charged with some offence against them. Anyway, that same Judge Preston then decided to have them in custody, which she did. When I went to court on the 9th of May of last year, the case was at Lancaster. I got found not guilty on the 9th. I went for the other thing. And I went for the other thing.
Go on, what are you saying?
I went for the other case on the 16th, and that was in Blackburn. I got found not guilty again. And I must emphasise, nowhere on God's earth would I got found not guilty on any of those 2 occasions involved with the solicitor that I was. I had to make the obvious known, which he didn't. Anyway, you're right with that, but if you want any more stuff off me anytime, I'll give you time.
Mate, do you know what, yeah? I appreciate you speaking to me.
Fucking hundreds of, loads of things, fucking log numbers and everything.
Do you know what? Take this as a bit of friendly advice. You're too old for this, buddy. I don't even know how old you are, but you're too old for it, mate.
I don't have a fucking choice. No, I'm not.
I understand people have. I get that. It's
when you're getting shit on, and with the so-called law, yeah, I'll give you other stuff to listen to sometime. But I've just got out of there, and I've been in custody for 2 days. My dogs, fortunately, my dog that I've got left, they took him to the police, some kennels this morning. So if the worst had have happened, he had somewhere. I didn't have to worry about him. So I might leave him in kennels till tomorrow, and then I'm gonna. I don't want to go home now. I might book into an hotel here if I'm for the night. I've got my wallet with me, so I've got cards and everything.
Where are you from? Where are you from?
I'm actually from Blackburn, although I've spent time in lots of other places.
Shout out Blackburn, appreciate your time speaking to me, right, buddy. I wish you the best of luck. I genuinely mean that as well.
I'll get through, but who are you involved with?
I've just got a lot of prison, and I'm trying to.
You're doing it off your own back.
Yeah, I'm just trying to push it out to people and say, look, this is what goes down.
But I'll give you my telephone number. Give us a bell sometime.
I will do. All right, let me just thank you for that. Anyway, shout out Blackburn, all right, mate. Appreciate your time.
I'm cool.
All right, buddy.
Anyway.
All right, nice one. Thank you.